Love is in the air this morning, that cold air at 45 degrees. Get out your vest, Valentine sweater, or jacket this morning.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. on your Wednesday. It is February 14th.
That's right. Happy Valentine's Day. And you can see love is in the air here as well.
That's right. Mike Ostrade joins us now with a look ahead at what we hope is a warming forecast for our Wednesday.
Not as much as yesterday.
Okay.
Now, if you want a warming forecast, we've got to jump way ahead to about this time next week. But between now and then, we do have another front moving on through here. We'll warm a little bit, kind of, have the ups and downs somewhat. We do have some clouds hanging around here right now. Not bad. And that's not acting like too much of a blanket, which is allowing temperatures to drop down somewhat, down to 36 now. Bulverde, we're at 44, so we've dropped 1 degree. But we do have more humidity around here, so we're not going to drop that much more from where we are right now. Obviously, some upper 30s in portions of the hill country. Molds on the low side, no mountain cedar showing up. Is the season coming to an end, or has it finally ended? The update's going to be coming out later on this morning. And as far as the rest of today, clouds are definitely going to be thickening up as the day rolls on. Mostly cloudy skies by noon. We are going to make it up to 56 degrees at 11, 58 at noon, and then we top off at 63. So yes, we do warm up, but not even quite 20 degrees from where we are right now up to 63, as opposed to yesterday. We warmed up anywhere from 30 to 35 degrees over the course of the day because we had all that sunshine and the drier air. Humidity continues to increase tonight. Plenty of clouds around tomorrow. A couple of stray scattered showers here or there, but then better rain chances Friday leading into the weekend, and another big front. So we're looking at a pretty cold weekend around here. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. Little do folks know, the R&RJ stands for Romance Marquez.
Okay. Wow, you're just impressing me today, Mike. One after the other. I'm going to put that on my tombstone, I guess. That's a good one. All right, guys, taking a look at traffic right now. I-10 at Frio, traffic moving pretty smooth here. But again, that metal plate there is in that area. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. We are starting to see a lot more people out on the roads right now. Take a look at this shot behind me now. TransGuide traffic cameras. Take a look at 35 north at Loop 410, because I believe there is a crash that is now being reported on Walsham Road, actually. So northbound 35 right at Loop 410. So we just saw that TransGuide just switched that camera up on us. Just got off the phone with them, so we will continue to gather more details on that here in just a bit. But again, northeast side, 410, 35 there, Walsham Road. Keep that one in mind if you are about to head out right now on the northeast side. The rest of the city, everything's looking pretty good for the most part. We had that car fire that was being reported earlier on 151 at Acme Road. That has not caused any major delays for the moment right now. So again, everything looking pretty good as we take a look and get you on your way for your 6 o'clock hour. So we just saw that camera there, I-10 at Frio, and we've been talking about this metal plate now for a while now, because we've been talking to you about it because it continues to cause drivers to hit the brakes in the middle of the interstate. We showed you this drone video last week. So we're talking about that metal plate. It's about 1 inch above the ground and large screws going across I-10 just north of the Fine Silver Curve, north of downtown. So this is just the beginning of a joint replacement repairs along I-10 in both directions, starting from Walsh to Hildebrand Avenue. So there are signs warning drivers to slow down and look out for that large bump. But we talked to one of these drivers. Alejandro Salazar owns a tire shop along I-10, and many of his customers say that they have been caught off guard.
I didn't notice it, and I just tried to slow down as much as I could without causing an accident.
All right, so that was Alejandro Salazar. So he says that drivers with low tire tread or vehicles that are low to the ground need to take a lot of precautions when driving through that area. The construction is set to last until December, and you can read more about this story on KSAT.com. Mark and Stephanie.
New this morning, a massive house fire on San Antonio's southwest side kept firefighters busy late last night. Crews say the house in the 200 block of Briggs Avenue near Somerset Road is a complete loss, and you can tell why looking at this video. The house to the right of it suffered about $20,000 worth of damage. No one was inside the homes at the time, and no one was hurt.
A teen facing multiple active warrants is now behind bars after Bexar County officials say he told law enforcement agencies through social media posts to Come catch him. In one of the videos posted last week, the teen was removing his ankle monitor with the caption, "Tell gang unit to catch me." In another video, the suspect was seen breaking into a DPS vehicle in Pflugerville, which is north of Austin. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says during the investigation, deputies found a photo of the suspect wearing a KKK hood with a caption threatening the African American community. Officials say the teen is now in custody.
This morning, the investigations continue after a man was killed and his daughter was injured in a shooting at a home up in Stone Oak. The shooting happened around 10 o'clock yesterday morning on Cheyenne Creek near Evans Road on the far north side. According to SAPD Chief William McManus, a 43-year-old man was found shot dead with a gunshot wound, and his 23-year-old daughter was taken to a hospital in critical condition. The chief says there is still no danger to the public. We're still waiting for more information, but he did say yesterday officers have responded to this home in the past for mental health and disturbance calls. If you or someone you know is going through a domestic violence situation, we want you to know there is help out there. Scan the QR code on your screen. It'll take you to a list of resources available that can help. Head to ksat.com/domestic violence for more on domestic violence and what it entails.
In a court, a jury heard testimony in the case of a man accused of killing his sister's boyfriend. Investigators say in September of 2022, Isaiah Acosta shot Alvin McShaw at his apartment on Oak Manor Drive in the medical center. Police arrived at that complex and found McShaw lying in the hallway outside of Acosta's apartment with a gunshot wound to the head. He died the next day. Now, according to a police affidavit, Acosta told police that he shot McShaw. And yesterday, a mutual friend of Acosta's sister and McShaw told the court that the defendant's sister called her the night of the shooting.
I proceeded to call her back, but I talked to her, I know, around 3 in the morning, and she was hysterical, telling me that her brother had shot Alvin.
If convicted, Acosta faces between 5 and 99 years in prison.
The Texas primary is set for March 5th, and early voting starts in a week on February 20th.
One of the races people will be watching is the Democratic primary for Senate. The winner there will face Republican Senator Ted Cruz.
That's right. Max Massey sat down with the two top candidates in that race.
And that I've served in Congress in a way that shows that you can bring folks together from all different walks of life.
For me, everything kind of changed in Uvalde. And to those parents that are out there, in large part, that's what this race is about.
These two Democrats are duking it out. These are the two favorites of the 9 people listed on the March 5th ballot. They're fighting to see who will take on Ted Cruz in November.
I feel really strongly that we can't afford 6 more years of Ted Cruz.
Colin Allred is a former voting rights attorney. He currently serves in the United States House of Representatives.
I think most folks go to work every single day with folks who they disagree with. And they have to find a way to get to work and to actually get things done. And I think they expect the same from their elected officials.
And Roland Gutierrez, he's an immigration attorney and a current Texas state senator.
So far as, electability and winning, the guy that got us closest was a guy named Beto O'Rourke. And he got us within 2.5 percentage points, 250,000 votes. And he was a progressive, as am I.
There are a lot of topics that Texans are concerned with, especially when it comes to the border. It's an issue that each Democrat has a different proposal for, which is a point of contention.
I know that the border is in crisis and that our immigration system is broken. I've signed on and working on legislation with Veronica Escobar called the Dignity Act. That's bipartisan. That's a comprehensive reform that would secure our border.
The Dignity Act is an extensive proposal that in part not only has various paths to citizenship, asylum reform, and visa reform, but it also consists of more funding for border security, including a clause that states requirements for CBP to construct and deploy enhanced barriers where it is most effective and beneficial to establishing an operational advantage at the border.
Not this madness that they're talking about right now, not their so-called Dignity Act, which I call the Indignity Act.
It appears that one candidate is working to find middle ground.
I don't think you have time for kind of theoretical ideas or for just grandstanding. You have to actually pass legislation that's going to help folks. But it is going to take a bipartisan approach to this, and we have to bring folks together around this.
And the other is championing his ideals for what he says his constituents envision.
I think you're going to find out whether they're electable or not. But Texans are going to get a different kind of candidate this November if I'm the nominee. They're going to get a different kind of candidate. One that cares, one that's all in with them, and one that's all heart. And I won't stop.
Regardless of the differences, both candidates telling me they are fighting fair. They are optimistic, and no matter who wins the primary, they will support the primary winner come November. Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Max. New deadlines coming up before the March primary. To apply for a mail-in ballot, you have until February 23rd. Also, you can vote early from February 20 through March 1st. Election day is March 5th. We have voting information in all the places where you can vote early over on KSAT.com.
Time now, 6:10 and 45 degrees for now.
Up next on GMSA, bull riding is returning, the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. We've got some highlights in moments.
And looking out there with live cam, we're starting your Valentine's morning. Yeah, that cold 45 degrees, and it's going to kind of stay a little cooler this afternoon, but nothing we can't handle. It's this weekend that's going to get kind of cold. We're going to check in with Mike for all those details.
Welcome back. Let's head out to the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo for bull riding last night. Bulls were fired up. We had 4 8-second rides, and here's one of them coming up. Brady Portnier riding Adams Moneymaker. And this cowboy hangs on for the entire 8. That's good for a score of 88. And then it's time to get ready for that cowboy to get out of the way. Right here, this kid was born to be a bull rider with this name, Jeter Don Lawrence. Taking on the bull known as Angel's Landing. Lawrence earns his wings going all 8 seconds to earn a 90 for top score of the night last night. That 18-year-old taking care of business at the Stock Show and Rodeo.
Very brave out there. So if you're headed out there today, here's a look at some of the important information. The fairgrounds will be open until 11 p.m. and the carnival opens at 4 p.m. Admission is $15 for adults, $5 for children and seniors, and military members you can get in with free with your military ID. And performing after the rodeo tonight is Gary Allen.
It's pretty good. I've seen him a couple times.
Oh, yeah? Well, it's a good night for a Valentine's Day. And in case you're wondering when the deal days are for the rodeo, here's a look at some of them. So that's tomorrow, next Monday, and next Thursday. Those are $2 days. And so that means guests can receive $2 admission, $2 rides, and $2 select food items in the carnival. So for your complete rodeo guide, just head on over to KSAT.com.
Looking ahead, our Spurs will play at Dallas tonight at 7:30 to close out the first half of the rodeo road trip. Not done yet, but they are taking that break for the All-Star break this weekend.
And the time now, 6:15. Looks like we have some problems out there at I-35 at Loop 410. Let's check back with RJ.
Yeah, guys, starting to get a little bit of a mess here on the northeast side in the Windcrest area. Excuse me. So we have this crash here that's at least maybe 2 vehicles involved here. There's at least 1 vehicle that you could see right here that's on the concrete barrier at least, and we've had emergency officials there shutting down a couple of lanes there so far right now. So I want to show you this. This is a shot there from 35 and Loop 410. So this is 35 northbound traffic at the Loop 410 interchange, and let's see if we get one more shot here at the backup that we're now seeing 35 northbound at Walsham. So traffic now is sort of being backed up all the way to Eisenhower Road, and in fact our crew there, our morning crew, Katrina Weber and Santiago Espada, said they were actually on their way to go do another story that we've been talking about, the pothole problem on the northeast side when they came across this accident, and so right now they are actually stuck kind of in the middle of this mess right now. Again, 35 northbound at Walsham Road, you could see that this is a pretty significant backup, and here we go. So this is a live shot right now from our photographer out there at the scene, Santiago Esparza. Again, 35 northbound at Walsham Road. We have a pretty significant backup out there. Our crew, again, was headed out to the northeast side to 1604 and 35 to do their pothole story, but yeah, they got stuck in this traffic. So this is going to be causing a pretty significant mess for our drivers on the northeast side. Again, traffic being backed up right now to about Eisenhower Road. Would not surprise me if traffic ultimately gets backed up to Rittiman Road as well. So again, keep this in mind. If you're headed out in the Windcrest area right now, we have a pretty significant crash out there blocking a couple of the main lanes, 35 northbound at 410.
And as you've been saying all morning, RJ, we've noticed heavier traffic on the road starting very early this morning, and that continues right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely been a busy Wednesday morning so far.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it has on the TransGuide cameras, and then also in our own rides to work, I've noticed more people out on the roadway.
That stream of red taillights is not the kind of red you want to see.
No.
Unfortunately. So, all right, well, take it easy as you are hitting the roads this morning. If there's a little extra traffic out there, grab a jacket. We're in the mid-40s right now. Not as cold as the past couple of days, but this is a normal low temperature. And then later on this afternoon, we're not going to get as warm as yesterday. So only maybe 20 degrees between the low and the high thanks to the cloud cover. That is definitely going to be thickening up as the afternoon rolls on, maybe a little sprinkle. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Yes.
Here we go. Here we go. Quick, take to it. Roses are red, violets are blue. Not much sun today, but I have you.
Oh, that's so romantic.
You
Good
big
job.
softy.
Good job, Mike.
Thank you.
Do you pull this stuff on Bonnie
stuff.
too?
No.
Are you
He's like, absolutely not.
That's exactly here.
Beautiful view yesterday, and we had nothing, as the pilots like to call this, it was severe clear, and I can't see it in this picture, but Mr. McClellan did Alaska Airlines. They get a lot of maintenance done over there at the airport, so maybe they were doing a little shakedown flight. Thank you very much for that picture. Gorgeous view out there, looking at the skyline from our camera down at Brooks City Base. All right, let's jump ahead to next week. So this week, we've got the front coming on through here for the weekend. Going to be a cold weekend, and we do have that rain chance. However, we go into next week and still leaning at being definitely on the dry side, and we are definitely going to be leaning on the warm side as we go into next week and then in toward next weekend. And the same thing. And this goes in through 22nd through the end of the month, and it will definitely be on the warm side of things. Here's the reason why. So we've got the coolish air that's in place, and we're starting to see all this moisture aloft in the atmosphere. This is what's bringing in some of those high clouds around here. We've got some moisture that's building in at the surface as well, and so that's going to be the situation throughout the rest of today. And then we get kind of a more pronounced flow coming in here from the Pacific Ocean and that southerly branch of the jet stream. So that's going to bring in some little disturbances. That's what's going to give us the chance for some rain. A couple of sprinkles tomorrow, but especially on Friday. And then by late Friday, Saturday, all that gets kind of shoved out of the way. We get this northwesterly flow. That's the front that comes on in here. Going to keep us on the cool side with some clouds on Saturday. And then also, that's what's going to get us down to, with the clear skies and light wind, get us down to freezing on Sunday morning and then stay pretty chilly as well. But a good looking day on Sunday. Monday, closer to normal. And then here comes this big ridge that's going to be building on in here and sitting on top of us. And this is what is going to really help to warm things up as we go through most all of next week. And actually, a couple of computer models are showing some high temperatures looking at 80. Couple of days next week. Talk about the rain later on this week. Lots of clouds around here today. There could be a sprinkle. I wouldn't count on it, but just with all the moisture getting pumped on in. Tomorrow, a few scattered showers, especially late in the day, and this is going to be overnight, early Friday morning, and throughout most of the day on Friday. Now, the majority of the rain will still be to the south when it's all said and done, to the south and to the southeast, but we're still going to have, a couple of decent showers here and there. So hopefully you do get some rain Friday overnight into early Saturday, because after that, faucet's getting shut off for a while. 70 tomorrow, 65 on Friday, only 50 if we make it up to 50 on Saturday. Also going to be windy, and then freezing Sunday morning. That's here in town, so definitely a good hard freeze in the hill country Sunday morning. 68 on Monday for the long President's Day weekend, and like I said, 70s next week. So, you're talking about the rodeo. This weekend, if you like it cooler outside, so your boots don't get uncomfortable this weekend, but next week I should say, is definitely going to be warm.
Okay. Thank you, Mike.
Rodeo jacket.
621, 45 degrees.
And we'll be right back with your consumer headlines.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Welcome back in your morning consumer headlines. Amazon now charging extra for high quality video and audio. Amazon confirming Dolby Vision and Atmos surround sound are now only available to people who pay an extra $2.99 a month for its ad-free subscription.
Lyft is expanding its program that matches riders and drivers. So Women Plus Connect is now available in New York, Los Angeles, and Miami. The opt-in feature is designed to increase customer and driver safety.
And OpenAI is adding a new memory feature to its ChatGPT, allowing it to remember personal details from prior conversations. Is that a good thing? The goal, though, excuse me, is for the chatbot to become smarter and more attuned to your needs over time. OpenAI says it's been trained to not automatically remember certain topics.
Interesting. That's good and bad. Time now, 6:25 and 45 degrees right now.
I want to take you back to a live picture from our crew on the ground out there at 35 in Walsham. We've got a major accident that's blocking all but one of the main lanes, I-35 northbound at Walsham. It is now backed up past Eisenhower and very quickly stacking up to Rittiman as you head out of downtown on I-35 on the northeast side. It is Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day, and you can tell we're getting closer to spring. The days are a little bit longer, the sun's staying up a little bit later, and it's up a little bit earlier.
Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. It's about 6:30 now on your Wednesday morning.
It is February 14th, and we begin with RJ Marquez.
All right, guys. Yeah, following the latest here with this pretty major crash here on the northeast side, looking at 35 and Loop 410, at least a couple of vehicles involved in this crash. We do see one vehicle here up along the concrete barrier here. These are the northbound lanes of 35 right there at the Loop 410 interchange, and I want to show you another angle here real quick. It's exactly what we're looking at here. So traffic is now being backed up. This is northbound traffic coming your direction here. 35 at northbound at Walsham, traffic being backed up all the way to Eisenhower and even headed towards Rittiman Road right now. So this is causing a significant delay right now for our drivers on the northeast side. And actually Katrina Weber is out there on the scene right now. She was actually going to work on another story for us as well, a pothole story that she's been also putting together. So let's go ahead and see what, check in with Katrina right now. Katrina, obviously you're going to talk to us just a little bit about what you're seeing out there with this accident, but also a road improvement project that has definitely left a lot of drivers in need of work on their cars. They say that the project along the stretch of 35 in northeast downtown has caused major damage to their cars. And again, Katrina Weber is live in that area along 35. What type of damage are people complaining about, Katrina? And also give us what you're seeing out there at this 35 in Walsham accident.
Sure. Well, the damage includes everything from wrecked rims and tires to broken windshields. Now, some say that accidents like the one we see here on 35 right near 410 is a byproduct of all the construction in the area. We don't have any details of what happened, but haven't seen any ambulances, so we don't believe that there are any serious injuries here. But the drivers tell us that they want someone to pay for all of this trouble.
It started right there, and as you can see, is a little pebble. And look, it's all the way here.
A runaway crack in her windshield has Patricia Richardson herself just about at the breaking point. It's the second one for her on two different cars.
$535, that's for that one. And here's for my rental car, $550.
This is one price of progress she doesn't want to pay. She says road construction, a project on Interstate 35 between loops 410 and 1604, is making her drive to work dangerous.
Every morning there's pebbles hitting my car. I feel like gunshots hit me.
We shot this video last week during a bumpy drive along 35. Richardson believes debris from it has been doing her in. Other drivers have complained about damaged wheels and rims. The construction is being done by a contractor hired by TxDOT. I spent the better part of a week emailing, texting, and even calling, trying to get an interview with TxDOT. Instead, at the last minute, I got a written statement saying, among other things, that the agency has already repaired some of the rough areas of the road and was still working to identify and fix others. After that email, we went back and did notice patched up spots that seemed to make the ride feel a bit smoother. Whether it feels safer to Richardson remains to be seen.
Someone else has to be accountable for the danger that they're putting us in.
As for the damage, accountability could be on the contractor. TxDOT says drivers can submit claims for repairs, and it will pass them along to that company. Now, one question we haven't been able to get answered is how long it takes to process those claims. I asked TxDOT about that. They said they cannot speak on behalf of the contractor. The contractor told me that I have to send all questions to TxDOT. But for right now, if you do want to file a claim, you can head over to our website, look for the story on this, and there will be a link for you to click. Reporting live on the Northeast side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you very much, Katrina. Of course, we're going to keep you updated on when that accident's going to be cleared up throughout the course of the morning. Beautiful start this morning. As you can see, we do have some clouds out there, and a few of these high clouds, the nice little orange glow of the sun, which is going to be coming up in about 40 minutes or so. And as far as the temperature, still grab a jacket. You saw Katrina's got a coat on out there, but temperatures are up on average 10 degrees compared to this time yesterday morning. Also, that number is up, the dew point. So there is a little more humidity out there. You can sort of kind of feel, or, you know, the dampish kind of cool out there with that extra humidity. Not much of a breeze as of right now. And where there is no breeze and some clear skies, that's what has allowed temperatures to get down into the 30s in parts of the hill country. But again, this time yesterday, we were looking at 30, 31 degrees out there in a good chunk of the hill country. Now, and we're not also not going to see as much of a warm up later on today. Mold's on the low side. No mountain cedar in yesterday's count. It's going to be interesting when the updated reading comes out later on this morning. So clouds are going to increase throughout the day, and it's not going to be as warm as yesterday. So a little warm in the morning, not as warm in the afternoon. We'll gain 15 to 20 degrees as opposed to 30 to 35 like yesterday. Tomorrow, plenty of clouds, couple little sprinkly showers. There could be a sprinkle late this afternoon, but a few scattered showers tomorrow. Warm back up to close to 70. Warm on Friday as well. Showers and even a couple of thunderstorms throughout pretty much all day. Now, it's not going to be raining all day long, but we'll have the rain developing overnight tomorrow night through a good chunk of the day Friday and then into early Saturday. The front moves through here, and after some morning rain, that's going to be clearing everything out, and we are going to stay on the cool side. And depending on how long the clouds stick around on Saturday, very dependent upon the temperature, because it may be tough to hit 50 on Saturday. A freeze early Sunday morning, but beautiful the rest of the weekend. All the details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Steph, Mark.
Thank you, Mike. In your morning headlines, Ukraine's military says it sank a Russian landing ship in the Black Sea using naval drones earlier today. Ukraine's general staff says the large landing ship sank near a city on the Crimean Peninsula that Moscow annexed back in 2014. The Russian military did not immediately comment on the claim, saying only that it downed 6 Ukrainian drones over the Black Sea overnight.
Back to Texas now. In Austin, an emergency room became a very scary scene after a car smashed into it. Austin police say the driver of the car that was pronounced dead at the scene. It happened just before 6 p.m. at St. David's North Austin Medical Center. 2 children and 2 adults were taken to a hospital near the scene. A staff member says 8 patients were not injured in the crash and were taken to another hospital. This morning, we're waiting for updates on the victims, but we know at least 1 child and 1 adult had life-threatening injuries as of last night. Authorities are also saying they do not believe the crash was intentional, but they are investigating what happened.
And for the first time in almost 150 years, a cabinet secretary has been impeached by a single vote. The House has voted to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. House Republicans claiming Mayorkas committed high crimes and misdemeanors for his handling of the southern border. The move comes a week after House Republicans first tried to impeach Mayorkas. However, GOP defections and an absence sank that first House attempt. Democrats on the Homeland Security Committee have repeatedly bashed Republicans over efforts to impeach Mayorkas. So now the charges against Mayorkas go to the Senate for a trial, but neither Democrat nor Republican senators have shown interest in removing Mayorkas, so it's possible this impeachment goes nowhere.
Well, the families of several Robb Elementary victims are calling on some members of law enforcement to step down as they run for re-election.
Those families turned out at a candidate forum in Uvalde, where those running were expected to answer questions from their community and it comes just weeks after several candidates were named in a damning Department of Justice report on the 2022 shooting.
The people most impacted by the shooting spoke with KSAT's Lee Waldman about their concerns.
I need them to withdraw from this candidacy.
Armed with signs and photos of Robb Elementary victims and survivors, crowd on the Southwest Texas Junior College campus.
We're done being silenced. We're done being silenced.
Demanded to be heard.
My son should not be in this coffin. He should not be in heaven. He should be right here, ready with his brothers.
Last month, a report by the Department of Justice laid out failures by law enforcement in the Robb Elementary response, including 3 individuals, Sheriff Ruben Nolasco and Constables Johnny Field and Emmanuel Zamora.
They didn't help the 21. They haven't helped our kids. They will not help yours either.
They don't deserve to be working anymore. I mean, resign.
While the signs they brought
I don't trust them to protect me anymore.
were kept outside of the auditorium. They filled the seats eagerly waiting to hear from the candidates. Sheriff Nolasco was a no-show. Field and Zamora showed up but evidently left before their turn to speak.
We had 3 other candidates in the green room and they left: Max Dorflinger, Emmanuel Zamora, and Johnny Field.
However, some of their opponents took the opportunity to criticize their response on May 24th.
The DOJ made it very clear. It was a failure in every form and fashion. If I was there that day, I would have turned in my badge and never shown my face in this town again.
In Uvalde, Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
639, 44 degrees.
Let's look out there again with TransGuide, looking over at I-35 at Walzone, where we've had big problems this morning, but it's looking like it's now better. RJ just gave me the thumbs up. Things are finally moving again. We'll be right back.
All right, 6:43 right now on your Wednesday morning. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. So some good news is that we have cleared out that crash there at 35 northbound at Walzone Road. So you do see that traffic now moving pretty smooth in this direction here. Great work by TxDOT and emergency officials clearing that out. That looked like it was going to be out there for a little bit, but they have cleared that out for our drivers on the northeast side. Want to let you know about a couple of stalled vehicles that we're seeing right now. Loop 1604 westbound at Rogers Ranch Parkway. We've been following this one for a while. That other crash kind of diverted us a little bit, but this is still causing some issues for our drivers on the north side. And then we're going to head out to the west side now, the far west side. We do have another stalled vehicle being reported. Loop 1604 eastbound at Marbach Road. You do see that traffic is moving pretty well in both directions there, but still a very, very busy area there on the far east side. Okay, one more quick look here at TransGuide. And again, we have cleared out this crash, 35 at Walzone, so that's good news. But speaking of TransGuide, we got a pretty cool opportunity yesterday, myself and a couple of our executive producers, our morning executive producer, Joy Presley, and one of our dayside executive producers, Jason Foster. We visited the TransGuide district office and got to see the operations firsthand. So this is basically where you get to see all the cameras. There are more than 200 cameras spread across the Bexar County area, surrounding counties, Comal County. They have cameras as far as Atascosa County, guys. Kerr County. I mean, it is really impressive to see what they do there. And this is basically where all the coordination takes place with VIA, TxDOT, the hero trucks that we always talk about. And when we always say, you know what, got off the phone with TransGuide, these are the individuals that are making it happen out there, getting those shots for us across various parts of the city. So it was a cool field trip.
Yeah, thank you for what you do over there, TransGuide.
Yes, thank you.
And one of the other takeaways, RJ was telling us that they are planning to add more cameras in the future.
Yes, planning to add more cameras along 151 because that's kind of a blind spot if you want to call it that, and 1604. From 35 to 281. That's an area that definitely needs
Oh, for years we've been without there for sure. All right, thank you, RJ.
Yeah, guys.
Yes, and thank you, TransGuide, as well. And it is Valentine's Day, so of course, many couples gathered there at 12:01 a.m. this morning on the steps of the Bexar County Courthouse. So County Clerk Lucy Adam Clark conducted the free mass wedding ceremony. So you can see the first 50 couples even received a rose donated by the Last Straw Florist Flower Shop.
This is one of the first of several mass wedding ceremonies taking place today. Other ones are scheduled for 10 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m. All ceremonies will take place on the north side of the courthouse over on Dolorosa Street. It was a bit of a chilly morning to tie the knot. at the stroke of midnight, Mike Osterhage.
I know in years past we've had, worse weather, so
That's
not
true.
bad, not as cold as yesterday morning.
But
so.
you show up because you're in love.
Of
With a
course.
jacket.
Yes, the warmth of your loved one next to you, right? As we wax poetic. And, look at how Mother Nature cooperated with this picture. Take a look at this one.
That's cool.
Yeah, a nice little heart up there.
See it? Why is your heart a dark cloud, buddy?
It's still beautiful, Mark.
Okay.
Just looking at the picture, pal.
Okay, yes, sir.
Notice how
Okay.
you're the one that noticed that.
Yes, sir.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
And the smartest one of the whole group, RJ, he's not saying a word. Yep. Be quiet. Your wife's watching, isn't she? All right, ready? Another dinner poem?
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm
Here
ready.
we go. The dinner forecast. Red roses I see, not as pretty as you. A high of 63 and a peak of sun or two.
Nice.
I'm knocking out. Kind of proud of myself this morning.
Good.
So.
Yeah, good job, Mike.
I did. That's all I got. So, all right. Beautiful sunrise this morning, and we see a little bit of the reddish glow out there. If those high clouds I was talking about, and these are definitely going to be thickening up as the day rolls on. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Temperatures, we are going to be warming up in through the 50s, getting up into the upper 50s today at noon. Again, clouds thicken up, so that's going to kind of put the lid on a whole lot of warming out there. So instead of the upper 60s like yesterday, which was a few degrees above normal, we stay a few degrees below normal with a high today up to 63, and then pretty much just cloudy skies overnight. There could be a sprinkle just because the moisture is going to continue to get pumped on in here. I really wouldn't count on it. Slightly better rain chances tomorrow than especially on Friday. More on that in a second. Here's the high clouds showing up on the satellite picture, and they are obviously being pumped in here from the Pacific Ocean. We get the moisture that's going to also start to move on in here from the Gulf, and so that's why high clouds underneath those low clouds, and they both tend to thicken up throughout the course of the day. Here's a good graph of what's going to be happening over the next few days. We had the humidity come back up somewhat overnight, and it's really going to move in here then throughout the day. Tomorrow, Friday, then we get the next front moving on through, and look at these dew points really drop down. That's going to allow temperatures to really drop down as we go on into the weekend, especially Sunday morning, and then bounces right back in here, and that's going to be the start of a big warm-up going into next week. As far as rain, like I said, a couple of computer models are trying to scare up a sprinkle today. Possible. I wouldn't count on it. And then as we go through tomorrow, we're going to have rain, especially developing late in the day. And that's really going to start to kind of spread around the area in the overnight hours early Friday. And that will continue through most of the day on Friday. It won't be raining constantly, of course, but we'll have those showers, even a couple of thunderstorms off and on. And those will extend Friday night and into the early morning hours of Saturday. We'll make it up into the mid 60s on Friday, and then with that front moving on through here, only 50 on Saturday. It's going to be a cold, windy day on Saturday, and then Sunday 58 after starting off at freezing, but then big warm up next week.
I like the variety.
That's true. Okay, that's one way to put it. So I we should stay cooler a little bit longer because we're looking at upper 70s next week.
Well, you never know. In April, we might have a cold front.
That's true.
Thank you, Mike.
It's about 10 till 44 degrees.
Look out there with live cam for now. We are cold, the way it should be in February at 44, like Mark said, and a beautiful sunrise out there. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, we've got some slick spots this morning after that snowstorm exited last night, but some places picked up more than 15 inches of snow. Others had their biggest snowstorm in more than 2 years, but a lot still in a snow deficit. We'll get into all of it. And then a car crashing into an emergency room in Texas overnight. We're on the scene there. You'll see those stories and so much more on GMA.
In this morning's GMA First Look, what was supposed to be the cruise of a lifetime rerouted.
So we're angry, we want to be heard, we want answers.
It happened aboard a Norwegian cruise line, originally slated to travel around South America and then on to Paradise Bay, Antarctica. But after boarding, passenger Helen Midler noticed the trip's description name was changed to simply Round Trip of South America, and the itinerary had been altered.
We are not going anywhere near mainland Antarctica, which is what we paid for.
Norwegian Cruise Line tells ABC the ship did go to Antarctica, but instead of heading to Paradise Bay near the mainland, it instead went to Admiralty Bay off an island 200 miles further north. Passenger Eric Huang says this isn't what he signed up for.
It's been largely a disappointment.
So what can you do if your cruise itinerary unexpectedly changes? It's all coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
Coming up today on GMSA at 9, it's a brand new edition of Science with Sarah. Sarah Spivey and David Sears will be out at Lamar Elementary School with a group of third graders.
And since it will be Valentine's Day, their experiment is going to be done with conversation hearts. So tune in for that and much more today on GMSA at 9.
Let's keep the conversation going about traffic on your Valentine's Day. Here is RJ Marquez.
Yeah, guys, it's been a very busy morning already, but good thing is we're not seeing any major delays right now, except on the north side. Right now, looking at a stalled vehicle, Loop 1604 westbound at Rogers Ranch Parkway. We have traffic backed up all the way to Blanco Road. So this is going to be affecting all of our traffic headed to Northwest Military Highway, headed over to the I-10 area. But everything else is looking pretty good for the most part, and inspired a little bit by Mike. I know we cannot top Mike's poems this morning, but I wanted to pull up a couple of trans guide signs for Valentine's Day mood. So all you need is love and a seatbelt. That was one of them.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one is another one. No Valentine, well, your seatbelt will hold you.
Aww.
And they want to do away with those. We love them.
We love them.
Those romantics
they can't top yours.
out there at Trans Guide.
Yeah.
So cool.
All right, we do have some high clouds out there. Sun's going to be popping over the horizon in just about 20 minutes. And clouds going to be thickening up throughout the day. 46 degrees right now, some 30s in the hill country, obviously jacket weather. You might want to keep it handy since we're not going to have a heck of a lot of sunshine out there as the day rolls on. 63 for a high temperature, maybe a sprinkle. A few scattered showers tomorrow, better chance of rain Friday. Throughout a good chunk of the day, morning through night, we'll have off and on showers early Saturday morning. Warm the next few days, but a very cold weekend. 50 Saturday, freezing on Sunday morning.
But today, not so bad.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. Happy Valentine's Day.
Have a great day. We do love our viewers. Good Morning America is coming up next.